Let's talk about a cost that sneaks up on thousands of e-commerce businesses. You won't find it on a balance sheet, but trust me, it's there. We're diving into the hidden cost of doing everything by hand.
So if you're selling online, you know this feeling, right? You're juggling multiple stores, trying to keep everything in sync, and it feels like you're just buried under a mountain of tiny, repetitive tasks. The real question is, what is that actually costing you?
Okay, seriously, think about this for a second. Be honest with yourself. It's not just one person logging in and out. It's all the time your entire team spends clicking, copying, pasting, jumping between all your different sales channels. Is it 5 hours, 10, maybe even 20? And yeah, let's be real, for a lot of us, this is the best way to describe it. It's more than just inefficient work. It feels like a time-consuming nightmare that just sucks the energy right out of your day. If that quote hits home, well, you are definitely not alone.
But feelings don't always get the attention of the people holding the purse strings. Numbers do. So let's take that feeling of being totally overwhelmed and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's time to actually calculate the hidden cost of all that manual work. So let's do some quick back-of-the-napkin math together. And hey, as we go through this, feel free to plug in your own numbers, because what we're about to find out might just be a huge eye-opener for your business. All right, let's start with a super conservative number. Let's say your team spends just 2 hours a day on these manual tasks. Now, that might not sound like a huge deal, but come on, you know how it goes. An hour in the morning just dealing with orders, another hour in the afternoon updating inventory. It adds up way faster than you think. Now let's zoom out a bit. Those 2 little hours a day, they blow up to 40 hours every single month. Just let that sink in for a second. That is an entire work week for one employee every month. That isn't spent on growing the business. It's just spent on keeping the lights on. So what's that time actually worth in dollars? Well, using a pretty conservative hourly rate of just $20 an hour, that's $800 drained from your budget every single month. Imagine that. $800 that could have gone into a new ad campaign or product research, but instead it just vanished. But here is where it gets really crazy. On a yearly basis, that $800 a month snowballs into almost $10,000. That's nearly 10 grand a year spent on nothing but pure repetitive busy work. And here it is, all laid out. When you see it like this, you can see exactly how a seemingly small 2-hour daily chore just explodes into this massive annual expense. That $9,600 figure, that right there is the true hidden cost of doing things by hand. Okay, I know that number can be a tough pill to swallow, but hey, the whole point of identifying a problem is so you can find a solution. And the really good news is, there's a powerful one out there. And that solution is automation. Now, forget all the scary sci-fi stuff. Think about it like this, as a business strategy. It's about freeing up your people and your money from the hamster wheel of routine tasks so they can actually focus on what you hired them for in the first place, growing the business. I mean, this slide really says it all, doesn't it? Look at the column on the left. Updating, handling, tracking. That's all reactive work. It's just treading water. Now look at the right. Improving, launching, analyzing. That is proactive growth. Automation is the bridge that gets your team from the left side of the screen to the right. So what does this actually look like in the real world? It's way less complicated than you might think. It's really all about centralizing everything and getting total control from a single dashboard. So in practice, that chaotic, multi-platform mess you're dealing with now becomes a super simple 4-step workflow. First, you sync your inventory everywhere. Second, you manage all your product listings from one place. Third, you process all your orders without switching tabs. And fourth, you analyze how everything is performing across your entire business. Simple. And the payoff? You feel it immediately. We're talking about real-time inventory syncing, which means you can finally stop worrying about overselling. You can update a price once and have it push out everywhere. And maybe the best part? You can say goodbye to the constant, frustrating pain of logging in and out of a dozen different accounts all day long. And here's the thing, don't forget that all these internal improvements have a huge impact on your customers. When you can process orders faster, that means you can fulfill them faster. And in today's market, faster fulfillment is one of the absolute best ways to create happy, loyal customers, period.
So, this is where it all comes together. This isn't just about getting back wasted time and money. It's about taking those resources and reinvesting them to make smarter decisions and build a business that can really scale.
Because you know what happens when all your data lives in one place? You suddenly get this superpower: complete visibility into your business. You stop making decisions based on hunches, and you start making them based on actual data. And this is the kind of stuff you can see. You can spot sales trends as they're happening. You can finally figure out which of your products are your true profit drivers and really understand your margins. Are some things more profitable on Lazada than on your own Shopify store? Now you'll know instantly. This is how you start to grow smarter.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. We just did the math on the very real cost of managing your store manually. Now, I want you to just imagine for a second what you could actually do if you got all of that back. What new product could you launch? What new market could you get into? What could you build with an extra $9,600 and 480 hours returned to you every single year?
Ready to take your e-commerce business to the next level? With OneCart, you get effortless inventory syncing, streamlined listing management, and seamless multi-platform integration. Don't just take our word for it. Hear from our happy customers. Experience the OneCart difference and start your free trial today. Simplify your workflow, grow your business. OneCart, your all-in-one e-commerce solution.